Let's start fresh.
Aliens?
You gonna say the thing?
I don't believe in aliens.
You gotta say hi to the people. You always say hi. Welcome back to your friend's house. I stole your thunder.
Just when I was about to say it, you fucking came and snatched it.
Today we're going to talk about aliens.
Yeah, this is the alien episode.
This is the alien.
Wait, that's like Ghost, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you do what's like the sound for aliens?
Aliens don't make sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have the fucking floating UFO.
But they say they don't make any sound. That's what the experts say.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That they're just
Just like
the
that.
UFOs look like. Dude, I watched a documentary on this one that happened in Brazil. The guy came on Joe Rogan. That's how I found out about it. It's called Moment of Contact.
Oh, that's cool. Moment of contact. I have to look it up.
But this crash that happened in Brazil, and a bunch of people, all like this whole town, they all agree on like the same story. This ship crashed. Some people saw the ship. Some people saw the aliens without ever seeing the ship. Like these three girls, they were walking through an alley and they saw the alien, and it looked like it needed help, and then they ran off, came back, and it was gone. Another guy and like two guys found one of the aliens. One of them picked it up and they were taking it to the hospital. The guy that touched the alien, died like 2 weeks later from a.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Well, what does it look like?
They were saying it looked like an alien you would imagine, like big ass head, big eyes, tiny body, but
Here,
it had
real
red
quick.
eyes.
When did this happen?
This was like the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this documentary is pretty new. It's called Moment of Contact. You should watch it. It's really cool.
Can we start from the conference?
Yes. Go ahead. You want to tell Zach what you saw? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I only
Tell him what you know.
basically, and this is rough, okay? It's fucking choppy. Just saying, I didn't actually watch anything. Basically, they're coming out saying, all these witnesses, basically, military guys and whatnot, saying that aliens, UFOs, that they're here. They've been here. And this is contact I got from somewhere else, that apparently there was an agreement that aliens aren't supposed to like make contact with humans up until now, and the agreement's like coming to an end or some shit like that.
I don't know nothing about that, to be honest.
One person told me that I don't want to say because
Was it Winnie?
no, I just know that but a potential slander can go towards it, just making fun of that person for saying this.
Who the
dumb
fuck
shit.
was it?
I'll tell you off camera.
Just go like this.
I'll bleep it.
Go like this.
Okay, you're gonna bleep it.
I'll bleep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She told me that. Bleep that too. It told
What
me.
did tell you?
It told me. Told me that there was like a whole contract like signed, that they're like, all right, we're not gonna mess around with the human race up until whatever, and that it's coming, that contract is like coming to an end. And I was like, I don't know if it was like that necessarily.
I was going to say, so here's my thought. If they're signing know, do they speak Earth?
Speak Earth.
I asked that too, and I don't know, everything's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
And then I was at the end of what she told.
It
told me.
It's 2023, man.
It's they, yeah. They say they.
After they told me that, I was like, where's the proof?
There's never proof.
There's never proof. Only potato camera footage.
I watched the hearing.
How long was it?
Like 3 hours.
Okay.
I watched it while I listened to it while I was working. It was just live streamed on YouTube.
What if the satellites that we see in the night sky are actually aliens?
That's what Starlink is,
I
bro.
know.
Elon's an alien.
Dude, real quick. So, long story short, during COVID, I did like inflatable string gigs. And so I was always outside in the night. Well, I was in Bridgeport, which is
down the
not
street.
too far from here. and we all saw it go above us, and everyone stopped and was like, "What the fuck?"
Saw Starlink?
Yeah, and
I haven't seen it
That
yet.
was my first time seeing it, and I looked it up. I was like, "What the fuck?" I took a picture of it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was Starlink.
What is it?
It's like a
How did it
string of lights.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of satellites that fly in a string.
And they follow each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to see it and like we did and not know what Starlink was,
You think
you'd be
it's
like,
an
"That's a fucking alien."
The plan eventually is to give Wi-Fi to the whole world.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what
Okay,
the
okay.
Starlink is. I
But
just didn't
anyways.
know what it looked like or what you potentially saw. But,
So I listened to the hearing.
yeah,
Some of these people there were 3 witnesses. David Fravor was one of them. I've listened to him speak before.
is he the one that got abducted and like?
No, he's the one that filmed that Tic Tac video out of his fighter pilot, out of his fighter jet.
The potato. Okay.
Yeah, and that footage years ago was confirmed real by the Pentagon. So that's been they've already admitted in the past that that was a real video, that they didn't know what it was. He was at the hearing. No point did they mention a contract, but that I'm sure that's some theory somewhere that someone's got.
Yeah.
But what I've heard like from that Moment of Contact documentary is the leading
I'm laughing about the contract thing.
the leading theory of the way they speak to each other and like the way they've spoken to us, if they have, is telepathy.
Right. Which
So like Independence Day.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I can't recall, but
For some reason I feel like
it's so yeah, the telepathy thing, and then what's crazy too is Elon Musk said with his Neuralink project that we'll be able to communicate like
Right.
that.
Which if they're that technologically advanced, telepathy isn't really like supernatural as much as it's like technological.
Right.
dude,
So-
I low key, maybe this is just far fetched, but I think
You got it?
no. I think like maybe
Talk to me right
What
now.
am I thinking
I
about?
think maybe no, because you know how we can talk to ourselves in our heads, but apparently
Yeah.
not all people can. I
Which
found
Yeah.
I found that crazy whenever
right, but
people
that makes me think if maybe one day, far or a long time ago, if that was our telepathy
Maybe.
and we just can't connect now,
Yeah.
we lost
because I'm
connection, cell
telling you,
service.
there's some times where I'm like staring at people and I'm like thinking about them and they'll like turn their head. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, no, possibly. Who knows? We've been around for a long time.
life's fucking crazy.
And there's theories that they put us here, that the aliens, that they actually created humans, which that's science fiction. What's not science fiction is what was spoken about at this conference, that there is some weird fucking shit going on, and the military is covering it up, and they're not telling the other branches of government about it. That's the whole deal.
I'm not surprised.
They've covered up the things they're working on, the things that they've seen when it comes to UFOs, and there are tons of eyewitnesses when it just comes to the UFO specific, or UAPs as they say, which is like the new way to say UFO.
What's
Yeah.
UAP stand for?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon. So they all say UAPs. They don't say UFO because UFO's got a stigma,
Yeah.
and they don't want to say it's aliens because it may not be.
Yeah, it could be military.
It is.
Yeah, it could be. They're saying that it's like, potentially it could be like a military project.
Yeah,
That's what I lean towards.
Yeah.
it's definitely not. There's no way.
I don't think there's a,
I'm just saying, if
after all these
aliens
years-
have been around, we would know by now.
Yeah.
if it were military,
You know why you don't know? Because there's the contract.
if it were military, then the
Just
UAPs
like-
We would have found out somehow, dude.
If it were military, the UAPs wouldn't be doing the shit that they're doing, like flying by fighter jets that don't
but-
know about their existence and showing their existence to people. And not only fighter jets, like people in the military, they do it to commercial pilots too. Commercial pilots talk about how they see UAPs all the time.
Well, once again, wouldn't we have better footage?
Well, no, because several reasons. First of all,
If I was a commercial pilot, I'd be
no, they're at risk of losing their licensing and being laughed at because of the fact that,
I would record that shit and send it to my family immediately and be like, whatever happens, I just saw this.
well, they probably have, but everybody's quiet about it. So one of the whole points
Too
of the
convenient.
conference, was to get in place a system for being able to release the footage and like people to come forward about the UAPs that they've seen and not face scrutiny and and like losing their licensing and being made into a laughing stock, because that's what happens.
Well, it's like the whole JFK thing. Like they were supposed to release those files and tell us the truth like 5 years ago, and they never did.
Well, this is something.
Just saying.
I don't know anything about that, but what I do know is what was said at this conference, and that was like the whole thing is like people who've seen these are upset that they can't talk about it because their life is in some cases literally in danger for talking about this kind of thing or releasing the footage. So the whole point is that they're going to make it easier for that to be released to the public without putting people's lives and careers in danger. They asked a question to one of the guys. I can't remember who he was. He's some kind of commander in the military, and he's been one of the lead whistleblowers, and other people have come to him to whistleblow. And they asked him, do you know of anybody who's been murdered or had their life in danger because of coming forward about this kind of thing? And he said that he can't talk about it, which means yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It's classified information.
Exactly. Why
Doesn't
would it be
mean
classified if nothing happened?
Because there's probably a lot of info that they're not allowed to tell people right now.
Whether or not
It's-
someone's been murdered?
Yeah. It's, dude.
Why would why
What-
would the military not happily say, no, we haven't murdered anyone?
Because they can't give that. It's like the police. Like when certain things happen, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like if there's a murder or something and they know who it is, but they can't tell us yet. It's, it's like that. There's a reason why they can't tell us.
The police won't ever tell you someone hasn't been murdered.
Well, right. But they won't give you a name. They won't tell you who they are or why or anything like that. They wait until they
Right.
get everything figured out.
But they won't say we don't know whether or not they've been murdered. They'll go to the news that night and say, yes, this person's been murdered.
Right. But my point is that it's the same kind of thing, like they can't give out that information right now.
I don't think that's true. I think whenever the answer is I can't talk about that to specifically being asked if the military
Like a
has
simple
murdered
yes or no
people.
question.
Yes. When being asked if the military has
So
murdered
this
people,
guy you're talking about, when he was asked how, like, was it a video, an audio recording? What was it?
It was
a
both.
video. You can look it up. And
So it's
see.
proof. So he's on recording. That's why he can't talk about it.
Yeah, but why would he not be able to talk
He's
about
gonna
it
get
if nothing
fired or
happened?
killed.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean aliens.
I agree with
because
you.
this works with spies too. Like legit spies, you can't talk about it. There's just certain things you can't talk about
Right.
until.
But why would you not be able to talk about it if it hadn't happened?
Well, you wouldn't be able to talk about it. Period. Whether it happened or not.
Yeah, that's
the
my point.
Why?
Because it's a contract. If you break the contract, he's going to get killed.
So
So
Government don't
even-
fuck around, dude.
Even if nothing happened,
He
right?
can't
And
talk about it.
And he says that it didn't happen. He's gonna die.
I don't think that there would be a NDA or whatever in regards to whether or not people have been murdered unless someone had been murdered.
I would say
I totally understand what you're saying.
I would say if there's a possibility, I wouldn't say that
Yeah.
that somebody got murdered.
I just don't think he's allowed to talk about
Well,
it.
people's lives have been ruined. That is for sure. They have fucked with people's lives over this kind of thing. The murder thing is the thing he said he wouldn't talk about. But where was I going with this?
I feel like the reason why he can't talk about it is because if he said, yeah, the alien's murdering people, everyone's gonna be like, oh, alien's bad, kill
No,
aliens.
not
No,
aliens murdering
It's not-
people.
Who?
It's people murdering people who talk about the aliens.
So far, they said this. So far, no one has been hurt by whatever
By
is in
the
the
alien?
UAPs or the UAPs themselves. They have not been hostile.
Okay.
But what he was saying, the way he asked him is, has anyone been hurt because of coming forward about it? And he said he can't talk about it.
Okay.
Which to me, maybe not to y'all, but to me, that says, yes, someone has been. Because we already know that they will fuck people's lives up. Why would they not go that little step extra? Just take them out. And if they're taking people out and ruining people's lives over this, there's got to be a little bit of truth to it. Now, what they did say is what we know. I agree with you that it may not be aliens. I think it likely is. But what we know for a fact is that the UAPs are real. They are 100% real out there.
Yeah, but
They-
so my thing on that is the military always has the advanced technology.
Yeah, they're always
And
testing.
they're
stuff.
always hiding stuff and
Right.
everything. So why do you think
I'll tell you.
that they don't have the technology to be doing these things?
I'll tell you. So we know for a fact that there are UAPs. When they asked him if anybody has seen the pilots or the extraterrestrials that are piloting them,
Controlling whatever.
that was also privileged information. He couldn't talk about that. Which I'm
Yeah.
not saying signifies that it's aliens.
But that's what's in your head.
No,
That's why you said it.
no,
That's why you said
no.
that.
There's more. There's more. There's more.
I'm waiting.
To me, that does say a little bit, but it doesn't say enough.
Okay.
So what? This is not evidence. This is just what I've heard, and from the documentaries I've watched, that gives me enough information to believe that it is extraterrestrials.
Hold on. So this information, is it from documentaries or from that conference?
It's from the
Everything I've said so far is from the conference.
Okay.
Now, when you're talking about like extraterrestrials, that's not from the conference, because the guy that knew about that would not talk about it. When it comes to like the extraterrestrials, and the reason I don't believe that it is human made, because there's a guy named Bob Lazar.
Name sounds familiar.
Bob Lazar.
He's kind of known to have the same alien
Don't look him up
story
yet.
for years.
Don't look him up yet. I just want to see his
Don't-
face.
All right,
He's
yeah,
an old guy.
yeah, he's
He
an
came
old guy.
forward in like the 80s.
So, you want me to just give the recap because I only know a little bit about Bob?
Yeah, I'll let Marco tell you some, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, because getting the information from me is like fucking.
It's like reading the wiki notes.
Yeah, exactly. So Bob Lazar is a guy who worked for the government, Area 51, I believe, or was
Not
it
Area 51.
some
I
type
can't
of-
remember. It
Yeah,
was like Area 51.
It was like Area 51, and they hired him specifically to do reverse engineering on some type of.
UAP.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was a UAP. I think it was the power unit.
Some kind of device.
Like it was like an engine to a UAP, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be an engine. So that's who Bob Lazar is. So he goes on and talks about what he saw, and he's been consistent over the years of his story.
Yeah.
And
Since the 80s.
yeah,
So
he's an old dude now.
yeah,
So
he is an old dude now. So his story, which still people try to disprove it, and it's up to you whether or not you believe it. I believe he's real. If you listen to him talk, he's a very convincing guy, and he's not after fame, and his life was ruined because he came forward. So he talks about how he
but
worked.
he's still alive?
He's still alive.
Just saying.
Well, once you get hyper famous like that, what are they going to do? Murder you?
Yeah.
And then what? Everybody's going to be like, Bob Lazar got murdered. Remember Jeffrey Epstein? Now everybody hates the Clintons.
Thought they've hated him.
They hated them before. Now they really hate them. So Bob Lazar was, he said that he worked at like an Area 51 equivalent, basically, where they had different groups of people that were back engineering parts of a UAP, and his job was the propulsion, which is the most interesting part, I think. And he described the engine to the UAP as what he called a gravity drive, and it basically could manipulate gravity using an unknown element at the time, element 115.
oh yeah, I remember this part, which is I find the most interesting part.
Yeah, we didn't
Right.
even, at the time, this element was not on the periodic table, but he named the element and he described it exactly what it was. When it was discovered, it fit his description, which is the wildest part. The only thing is, this element is what powers the engine. At the current stage, we're not able to create the element in a
Do you know
stable
where
form.
it's discovered?
Where the element was discovered? No, probably in a particle accelerator somewhere. I don't know. But
Isn't there only one particle accelerator?
no, there's
We
multiple.
used
Oh.
to have one in Texas, like not far from here.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's abandoned and hollowed out now, but the tunnel's still there.
So you can go to it?
I tried to, but there's like some not a warehouse, but there's some like big company that's on the land, so you're not allowed there.
I didn't
Well,
know that.
But you can go in it, yeah. If you sneak in.
Well,
You down?
I'm down.
Let's
You
go.
down?
Let's make a video.
Oh, I don't know if we should make a video. Oh, Patreon. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, Waxahachie.
That's not far at all.
That's like down the street.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Super collider.
All right, continue.
But anyways,
He described this element that ended up being a real element. So far, we can't make a stable form of it, but he described it in a stable form, and it was used to power this machine, this gravity drive. And he spoke about like back engineering it and how there were other like qualifications at the area he was working at. Different people would work on different things, like the steering and the weapon system, and so his job was propulsion.
Oh, and by the way, he couldn't talk to any of the other guys.
Yeah,
he only could work on that piece without influence.
Well, he had a partner.
I wonder if this is where Star Wars got the idea for like the pod racers, because they just kind of float.
Maybe, I don't know. but the way he described it working in the 80s, and the way he described, because they managed to get the UAPs, according to him, they managed to get the UAPs off the ground. They just couldn't figure out like the different ways they worked and stuff like that. And when he didn't work there anymore, they still hadn't figured out how to build the gravity drive, as he calls it. But the way he describes them flying and looking are they match the same description as the UAPs we're seeing today. So if he's working on it in area, whatever, we'll just say area 51, that means, and he's back engineering it. We don't know how it's made. We don't know how it works. Likely other countries probably also don't know how it works. They could. China maybe has some crazy advance in technology over us, but it's pretty unlikely. One of the questions they asked David Fravor, the guy that saw that Tic Tac, they asked him if you, that's what they call it. They call it Tic Tac.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him if you had to defend yourself, if it became hostile, would you have been able to? And it was a quick no. He's like, no way. Would have been over. Say what?
The speed, how fast it moves.
Yeah, it's just, we can't do anything against them. They can just stop, make a right turn, go miles in like a second, the blink of an eye. Mm-hmm. They're way, way beyond anything we have. That's why I don't think it's another country, and I don't think they're hostile. I think that we're being watched for some reason. Probably so we don't kill each other. Kind of like you raise a child. You know what I mean?
So you're saying if a nuclear bomb, goes into the sky, they're going to catch it?
I don't know. Maybe if there was a world war that to end the world, maybe we would be interrupted. I don't know. They apparently have shown interest in nuclear sites, which is part of the reason people believe that.
But so it just all seems too convenient.
You're a skeptic now. One day you're going to get abducted and probed.
And then I'll find out. I'm like, oh, yep, dude, I got an anal probe. It's real.
Dude, I don't know. Like I said, when I was younger, or I would like to believe, I still would like to believe that there is aliens, but I feel like if it was fucking the real deal after all these years, something somewhere, somebody's camera, somebody's security camera, something's got to catch something, but there's nothing but potato footage.
I think there is, but they've just done a really good job hiding it. And I think that day is coming to an end soon.
Well, I guess we'll see, because if it does, then we should be flooded, right?
We'll see.
I don't know. In the sense of all these people being forcefully quieted.
David Fravor talks about other footage they had, like from the radars and stuff like that. And when he's asked to get it back, it's never happened. He's never been able to get it again. So he believes that there's a vault somewhere just full of this kind of stuff, which I'm sure if the military has their way, it'll never be released. But the checks and balances system has failed us. The military's not telling anybody about any of this shit. Not Congress, not the president, nobody.
The military.
So how'd the military find out about it?
Well, they have jets in the air. That's how they know.
But what about all the other
time.
random planes?
Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to sound stupid or not, but military, are you including all the branches?
I think Fravor, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think Fravor was in the Navy, or he's Navy or Air Force.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask, because you said they have jets in the air, so I'm thinking Air Force.
Yeah, which the Navy has jets too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I guess they do on their big-ass ships.
Yo, side note, I found out how those Navy ships float. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. On another side note, off your side note, I don't know if this was learned in history. You know, I'm not too keen on history, but did y'all hear
You got a
about?
little nutsack on him.
Dude, yeah. But I forgot the science behind it, but basically the top and that thing like counterbalance each other, and that's why they float.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. But did you guys know about the USS Texas?
No.
Really? Oh, well, it was a Navy ship back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and they were I forget which war it was, but they were providing, cover for the war that was going on, and they couldn't. They basically reached like their max limit that their guns can shoot, and in order to be able to get to the enemies, because like the enemies were like right outside, like haha motherfuckers, you can't shoot me. The captain, he ordered them to flood half of the ship, and then it angled the ship.
That's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah, and they angled the ship to get the extra length.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
yeah.
That's very interesting.
The USS Texas is what it's called.
I think people on boats have seen them too, though, because they've been noted that they come in and out of the water as well, of the ocean.
They're like fucking what's that Disney
Godzilla?
movie? No, the Disney movie.
Bro, just look into this stuff. I guarantee you'll be swayed at least a degree. You will, because I was staunchly like, "There's no aliens." Probably, I think when we started the podcast, I said that.
I wouldn't be surprised that there are aliens. I don't think it's what we picture them as.
Like little green men.
Yeah.
I agree with you there.
Like
I don't know
this
what they look
jellyfish.
like.
Well,
It's a
and
bunch of
see, and
jellyfish.
that's how I like to tell people. I mean, like, look at all the different species on Earth. Why do we think aliens are going to look? They're going to have somewhat of a human form, but different skin and green and big eyes.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that either.
And another thing, I mean, there's no gravity in space, obviously, but the pressure of gravity at the depths of the ocean, like those blobfish.
Yeah.
Well, in their natural habitat, they're not blobfish.
Right. They're like little dudes.
Yeah. So how?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
My thing is, why is that not affecting aliens if they're here on Earth?
Well, they may not be going that deep, but that's
Well, no, they're going from wherever they're coming from to Earth that has a different gravitational pull than probably wherever they're
well,
from.
you're making an assumption there. You don't know that it has a different gravitational pull. Could be a similarly sized planet. Plus, if they have a gravity drive that can manipulate gravity, then that wouldn't be a problem.
You know what happens when you make assumptions.
Plus, humans
that?
can go from Earth to space, and there are effects, but it's minimal.
Yeah, they come back younger technically. Well, not younger, but they age slower.
Right. Well, that's depending on speed versus gravitational pull, but
No, it's how long you're out there.
right. But
Yeah, but he's saying that the gravitational pull and the speed is what,
is what affects that. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily just going to space changes that.
because there's no gravity in space, like you said.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so if you go from Earth that has all this gravity to space that has none, and you have minimal effects, then it can't be that big of a deal. That doesn't have really anything to do with gravity. It has to do with pressure,
Right.
which isn't the same thing.
All right, let me see the other photo.
Gravity just pulls you down. That pressure is like pushing in from all sides. Look at that ugly motherfucker, bro.
Okay, I know. Fucking. All right, I
Yeah.
see it now.
Yeah. There's some ugly bitches, bro.
I don't know, man. I just feel like
You think aliens should go through that process?
not necessarily.
They step out of their ship and they just.
I just feel like our whole existence on Earth, we would have seen something or found something by now.
I agree.
I think maybe we have found things.
That look like Tic Tacs, apparently.
Well, other than the UAPs, but like maybe we don't realize it. Like the ancient human architecture that perhaps is not entirely human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is speculation. I'm just bullshitting at this point. But who's to say? That we managed to do that shit in the past. I have no idea. But I agree with you. It's weird that there's nothing. But I think that is intentional. I think that the military thinks you can't handle the truth, but you can, Zach.
Oh, I can.
You're a big boy. You could do it.
It's like if they ever, not that I believe anyways, but if someone said, "Oh yeah, God's not real," and that gave me factual proof, I'd be, "Oh, cool," and I'd go on my merry way.
I might be a little shaken. I might be like, "Fuck, bro, I don't want to die now." I don't know. I asked my friend one time, a long time ago, I said, and I didn't believe in aliens at the time. It's just, I like to just talk about weird shit sometimes.
At this point, I just kind of have open mind to everything.
But I said,
anything can happen, you know?
Yeah.
I said, if aliens are real, because this guy's hyper Christian, said, if aliens are real, would you not believe in God anymore? And he said, yes, he would no longer believe in God. But then I asked him that question a few years ago and he changed his mind.
Did he say why though originally?
I don't think so.
See, and this might go away from aliens, but it's like people that say, dogs don't go to heaven. They have no soul. Why not? They're still a living creature.
Yeah. I don't know.
I say this loosely, we're all the same, just in different forms,
Yeah.
So it's like,
I like to think of us as like the universe looking back at itself. You know what I mean? We're products of the universe. And so we are like pieces of the universe observing the universe, which I think is a cool way to look at it.
yeah.
Anyway, enough existentialism. Aliens are real. Prepare yourself. Okay. Get your tinfoil hats. We're all going to die.
Just don't stand on the tallest tower trying to greet them, and then they're going to blast you.
In the meantime,
Do y'all think they're like self-aware, like existence on other planets?
yeah, if there's extraterrestrials, they're definitely self-aware. They're smarter than us. Would you say that self-awareness?
Let me rephrase it. I guess like in our universe.
No, I don't think there's anything. Oh, I guess I don't know the size of our universe. Isn't it like
Our galaxy, I'll be
huge?
more specific. Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. Our galaxy is unimaginably huge. There's like billions of other stars, and I don't know the exact number.
But aren't they supposed to live on a planet, not a star? So there could be billions of stars, but none of them are inhabitable.
Yeah, but most stars have planets.
Damn.
100,000 million
Oh,
stars.
that's stars. Sorry. Let me look up
Yeah,
planets.
that's all I was saying. Like, they can't live on the stars. They live on. I guess
on
they could.
planets.
Dude, if there's life on stars, I want to see what that looks like. They're all
Yeah.
going to be like fire beings.
Within our galaxy alone, astronomers have confirmed the existence of over 5,000 planets orbiting stars other than our sun. And then with those 5,000 planets, there has to be what they call the Goldilocks zone. Have you heard of that?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
It's where Earth is in relation to the sun. There's a space where you're the right distance from your star, where it's not too hot, not too cold. Goldilocks, right?
Right.
So it's like the perfect distance for life to be able to form.
Right.
That's where Earth is. So how many of those 5,000 planets are in that Goldilocks zone, I wonder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you look it up? I'm sure they've done research on it.
1780.
16 habitable at least.
16 are okay. Oh, okay. Beyond our solar system. Okay, so 16. And that's just confirmed out of 1700. So if they say there's 5,000, what is that? What's 5,000 divided by 1780? How many times is that going? Like 3 times?
Divided by what?
Divided by 1780. So 2.8. So 16 times 3, about, what's that?
16 times 3?
Yeah. We need weenie.
I know
48.
he's good on this, the top of the head. Well,
48.
48. So about like 45-ish planets in the Goldilocks zone in the Milky Way galaxy, which isn't a very big number, to be honest.
No, it's not.
But
And so you think that there's life on those 45 planets?
I don't know. I'm not saying necessarily that they'd be in our galaxy. There's a shit ton of galaxies out there.
Do you think there's other kinds of like life forms that can live on non-Goldilocks planets?
I don't know, but that's an interesting question. If it has to be carbon-based life like we are,
Right.
and everything on Earth, then no. If that's the only way life can form, then yeah, there's no way, because it's just not possible. But maybe there's life that's not carbon based? I don't know. There's no way to know, really. I'm not a scientist. I can't say if it's even possible or not. But even that, who are they to say whether or not it's possible?
Right.
Yeah, because they're only using things that are in front of them.
That we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. But the universe is unimaginably big. It's not infinite, though. That's a common misunderstanding.
No. And I want to say within the past like 2 or 3 years, they have a picture of basically like the edge,
Yeah.
but they, there's no like high def pictures, but it's
It's a potato picture.
well, it's
I know
it's like a rendered image basically.
The universe has an edge. It's just infinitely expanding. It's not infinite.
Yeah, and I've heard that they say it's slowing down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, the expansion?
Yeah, and they speculate that at some point
So
everything's
start
going
back in,
and it's going to
imploding?
implode.
Oh, fuck. We're
And
gonna be long gone now.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be. I mean, it's like they say, history repeats. So I wouldn't be surprised if one day the universe is like, it's time to start over, and just implodes and goes back. It's like Futurama. I know y'all don't watch it, but
No.
basically they're in like a time travel, vehicle, and they keep like going past their point, so they have to go again.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Did y'all know that there's a galaxy that's going to collide with the Milky Way in a long time from now?
I've heard about it.
Nope.
The closest galaxy to the Milky Way, the Andromeda galaxy, it's gonna collide with the Milky Way.
I could be wrong, but isn't that how like some black holes form?
Well, the center of the Milky Way has a supermassive black hole, just like every galaxy does, and so those two will collide and form a bigger black hole.
Did you hear? Sorry to interrupt.
No,
did you hear about that? Apparently, something came out of a black hole.
It was just like light though, right?
Yeah, it was like a sun or something.
Well, the thing
Like a
I
star.
saw, it was like
I did
light.
not hear about that.
Some
Yeah.
kind of.
Something came out of a black hole. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we didn't know.
But the
Obviously, it was on the other side of the black hole.
the record I could probably find it. The recording is just like it's almost like a heat radar.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know about that. I did hear that they've just like theorized that if a black hole is big enough, you could go in it without getting torn to bits. So maybe that has to do with that. Has light emerging from its dark spot, so it could actually be a new kind of cosmic entity. Maybe.
And they just, if I remember correctly, they just recently found some kind of I don't know the right term, but they found some kind of new like dark energy in space.
Like dark matter.
Something like that.
They still don't know what that shit is.
Dark matter.
Yeah. You ever heard of that?
No, I am naive in
It's
this.
everywhere, and we don't know what it is. But if scientists take the weight, because they can calculate the weight of gravity and how much gravity a solar system should have,
Right.
it doesn't equal how much it does have. So there's a theory that dark matter exists that you can't see, and it's everywhere around
you
a
run
solar
into it?
system. Yeah, you're touching it. Like,
No. Oh.
yeah,
Okay. So it's kind of like.
it's matter that doesn't exist. Basically, well, it does exist, but you can't see it, you can't touch it,
Yeah.
but it's everywhere. And
It's kind of like sugar and sweet tea.
yeah,
Yeah, like it's everywhere.
yeah.
But you can take it out and it doesn't change. Like
Yeah. So anyway, they can now measure it. They have new instruments that can measure dark matter, so it's real for show. We still can't see it.
Was that not a good analogy?
It's good. It's great. Hey, good job.
Okay,
Good job.
thank you. Thank you.
Man, this is quite a learning episode.
Oh,
We're doing a lot of non-funny talking about aliens and
Yeah.
black holes
I
and
mean,
shit.
I didn't know any of this stuff that we were talking about. So,
Yeah.
but it's
Dude,
it's interesting.
I used to be all about space, but I don't
Yeah,
really
me
keep
too.
up. I don't really keep up anymore with it.
Yeah, I stopped. I feel like it's a big hole that you can go down and
Yeah.
you'll be forever trapped.
At this point, I'm just waiting for them to be like, look at this thing that happened. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sit there and
I keep up with it to a degree, but when I was a kid, I was obsessed with space. Being an astronaut. I wanted to be an astronaut. Nowadays, not fucking getting on a rocket. No way. Unless the aliens build one and it's like badass. Yeah, I'll get in their rocket. Get an alien rocket, but well, for them, it's not even a rocket. They don't need rockets. They just have little Tic Tacs.
To them, their rocket's like equivalent to us going out and riding a bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. People have said though, like if they have such advanced technology, how come they're crashing? Which is a good point. Why are they crashing?
Maybe their technology doesn't work the same on Earth.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just the law of averages. You know, if they visit us, a million fucking times, 2 or 3 of them are going to fucking crash at some point.
They're drunk.
Maybe they're drunk.
They're drunk.
Maybe
drunk
they're drinking and driving.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there's no
God.
laws on it. You can't, there's no laws on it on Earth.
So would it be FUI?
What if
flying under the influence? Yeah.
Yeah, what if one of them, is like a teenager alien that's fucking having a good time with their homies? They're like, let's go fucking visit
Joyriders.
Yeah, let's go to Earth,
Let's go
baby.
to Earth.
Earth 2023 vacation. They're like taking selfies and shit.
And then they crash. And that's it.
Do y'all think aliens visit other planets?
Yeah.
Like vacation?
No, I mean just like we do. We just go to planets.
Yeah, probably.
You don't think they'd ever like leave something? I don't know, man. I need some kind of hard evidence.
Watch that documentary Moment of Contact. I'm telling you, it's
What's it
really
on?
good. I rented it on Amazon. It's like $3.
Okay.
I'll send you $3 fucking if you'll watch it. I swear to God, it is so good.
Maybe to veer away from the alien stuff to make, a little bit more interesting conversation. Did you ever do geocaching? Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
You did?
I watched videos. I found a geocacher this morning. This guy that makes videos on it, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Like you actually found the...
No, I watched a video of a guy that was doing it.
Oh, we used to geocache when we were
Oh
younger.
yeah.
Yeah, I did it too, though. I did it too.
So we actually would get a hold of the...
Yeah, me too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
there
yeah.
was some by my old house. I would go and fucking hunt them out.
I thought that was dope. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Remember there was one that we found in a cemetery inside of a tree?
It's so funny. I was just thinking about that one. Yeah.
That one, I don't know why that one is always...
And funny enough, it's a pet cemetery.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Bedford it is.
You know what we should do? If we get enough followers, we should do a your friend's house geocache. We'll go hide one somewhere, and our fans can go find it.
We should,
Yeah.
that'd be great to do, like an app, and we'll just do like...
They have a geocaching app.
I know, but I'm saying
Yeah.
for your friend's house.
Oh yeah.
And then we can start doing traveling podcasts, and we can start leaving geocaches across the United States.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
That
cool.
would be dope.
That's way in the future.
Oh wow.
Maybe one day.
I mean, I'm going to travel the United States regardless. So
Take me with you.
at least that's a plan. That's what I want to do. So
Yeah. I loved going on road trips when I was younger. Like me and Josh,
yeah.
we had a whole road trip plan, and then bad stuff happened with his family, so we couldn't go. But
Yeah.
we were going to.
Dude, I'm going to Oakland for the first time for work. Is it as
Oakland?
bad as everyone says it is?
Where is
I've
Oakland?
never been.
California?
Oh,
But I've heard California has turned into a shit show since the COVID.
Yeah.
The COVID.
The
Sound like
COVID.
weenie.
yeah. Everybody's abandoning California. It's pretty crazy.
I've never been. Well, I went to San Jose, but I went from my hotel to work every day, so I didn't really get to do anything.
I've been to LA when I was like 14. My uncle used to live there. So we went and visited.
I think my wife went to California. I've never been there, but I'm curious to see $1 million houses with, you got your $1 million house, and then you got your sidewalk with your little hobo town.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Tent City.
Yeah, Tent City. I don't know if you've ever came across any of those videos, but dude, those guys get creative. Like there's one guy, he had the sidewalk, and then he had this whole house that he made out of like pallets, 2 floors. He had a downstairs, an upstairs, and it was on casters, so he could move it around.
Dude.
I accidentally ran into one on the backside of the stockyards, like where that train track is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you know where that old like meat factory is or was? It was like abandoned. It's right behind the stockyards.
No.
Well, anyways, on that railroad track, if you go to the opposite end, it's like heavily, what's the word? Tree,
Yeah.
heavily lush,
Forest?
wooded, yeah.
Wooded.
And
Got you, babe.
I don't know if he had a gun, but we heard a cock since he just did that. But dude, it was like I'm telling you, it's like the size of 1-bedroom apartment. He just had pallets, cardboard. It was like he had a little front yard with a porch. Dead serious.
Yo,
Dude, it was like a legit hobo
like a
house.
king.
Dude, yeah.
hell yeah. Yeah, they've got. We saw those when we went to LA, and that was years ago. I'm sure they're worse now.
Yeah.
And you hear people in LA just gripe about how bad it is, how bad the homeless thing is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, I think.
Yeah,
I know we have homeless here, but it's nowhere near
yeah.
like that.
You seen them in Austin?
Dude, I was
No.
just about to say Austin's bad.
It's pretty bad, but it is not California bad.
I wouldn't know.
No, I've never seen them in Austin. I just know at night you can see around here. You know,
Yeah.
you go through like the on ramps of like the freeways, and
Yeah.
you see them chilling, or like they got a bonfire going.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that all over the place in
Yeah.
California. Austin's pretty gnarly too, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a feed the homeless thing with the Jeep people a couple months ago. Can never have a good time, man. Someone got jealous that someone got a certain flavored cupcake, so he threw it at his face, and then that guy like picked up the chair and was about to like WWE his ass.
Damn.
Dude, yeah, we had it was about to get rough. We had to stop it.
Jesus.
You know, just humans are a different kind of
Nah.
thing. Like some people choose to be homeless,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
It may not be that bad if there wasn't like, crazy people also homeless,
I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm pronouncing it right, but there's like those vagabond people
Yeah.
or vagabonds or whatever it is.
Well, I think vagabond's just a slang term for homeless.
Well, but they travel.
Oh,
Like they're constantly
like
on the-
nomads.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
kind of nomads.
See, that would be cool. Not
I
have to
feel-
worry about bills or nothing.
I feel like nomads are like a step above.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I would say nomads are like working still, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, they're just
They're-
on the, they're
yeah,
doing,
they're
like
like-
internet work.
They're like traveling freelancers, kind of.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So that doesn't sound like a bad life. But then you got to deal with the other homeless people who are, cracked out and bipolar
I mean,
and
you-
schizophrenic and shit.
I don't know how much it costs, but you could always stay in like hostels and stuff.
Yeah.
But
you still have to make some type of money though,
yeah,
because I personally do not like to work. I will give
Me
up
too.
work for to chill, but I obviously need money to do the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
So
see, that's why I love freelancing because like this summer's been slow, so I have my downtime where I'm not doing shit. But then I have months where I'm just like balls to the walls, like fuck,
Yeah.
I need a day off.
yeah, well, everybody who listens to your friend's house,
Let us quit.
let us, yeah,
Please.
free us.
Give me money so I
Free
don't
us
have
from
to
the
work.
bonds of corporate greed. So who did your friend say I look like? Or remind him of?
yeah. So there's this guy who does interviews, or there's like 15, 30-minute interviews or podcasts, whatever you want to call them. What did I call it? Did you write it down? Sunday.
No, I didn't write anything
Sunday
down.
conversation.
I got
Yeah.
Chicago crack lady and shit and dump truck.
Okay, we'll touch those in a second because those are both mine. So Sunday conversation. Can you look it up? You can look up Bad Baby on YouTube. Bad Baby Sunday conversation. No, not Bad Baby.
What the hell did you say?
I mean, it is, but it's not spelled that way. It's like the Catch Me Outside chick.
I don't know how you spell her name. Oh,
There you
go.
that.
Yeah,
Caleb Presley.
Caleb
Oh,
Presley.
Fuck,
yeah.
I think I know this guy.
So the
Not
homie,
personally.
Carlos says that you remind him of him.
That
No,
dude?
Yeah.
Watch the video.
Oh.
So we can fucking.
Bad baby.
Yeah, I know this. I've seen this guy.
That's me.
Where are you from?
He
From
makes
Boynton Beach,
awkward
Is it
conversations.
true what they say about
I heard she like
What
cleaned
did
up her
they
act
say?
and she's trying to get better.
Peninsula?
What did she do the night she turned 18?
She started OnlyFans.
Oh.
And she made a killing. Like she made so much money.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But what I was gonna say is you should study his
Demeanor.
yeah.
What,
And-
you want me to be like Caleb Presley?
Yes, when my friend comes on, because he says
That
that you
would be
remind
funny.
him. Yeah, and I'll be the second guy just doing whatever.
You gotta get a bald cap and like a fake mustache.
Yeah, but like every time he does something different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he's not always just eating. or
Gotcha.
whatever. Like there's like the T-Pain interview, and like he does. Eventually, they're like, "What?" Start talking to him because he's just sitting there. It's funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, you should do that.
That's the
for-
guy that makes the fake
The-
money.
Yeah, he doesn't make the fake money.
Well,
he
he like
points out the fake
Yeah.
money.
yeah.
Which bro, he's done some good stuff. He actually did a collaboration with a big TikTok person, and he flew out to him in Chicago.
Damn, no shit.
Yeah,
We gotta get your boy on here.
you can watch it. It's on his TikTok.
What's his TikTok again?
I break dance.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He blocked me.
You guys are not going to believe who just blocked me. Remember when you guys were
Yeah,
commenting
that's it.
on videos saying, oh, your videos don't do anything, man. He has over 10.6 million followers. He doesn't even see your videos. Huh. So if he doesn't see my videos, what does this mean? No content. You cannot view the videos due to this user's privacy settings. For those of you who don't follow me, let me show you why he blocked me.
You're about to
Hold
expose
up, matter of fact, this $400 where you keep the shoe.
Here's part 6 of me exposing famous TikTokers. And for those of you who keep saying that I'm wrong and trying to prove me wrong, keep that same energy because I don't miss. Let's get it. Okay, this is from a different video. It says, what I do to fake money. If you look right here, it says United States play money. Okay? Same $100 bill. You see this line right here in the corner? Watch. This is the video that I stitched. If you look right here in the corner, it's the same line that he has in that other video of he himself saying it's a fake $100 bill. This is the same $100 bill that he gives to the guy in the video. This is a real $100 bill. Notice how it doesn't say play money. If you haven't yet, make sure y'all get y'all some merch.
Either
you
way,
can get some by
yeah.
clicking right.
Either ways,
Yo, when he shows up, we should be wearing his merch. Show our solidarity.
all right.
Does he wear like? Does he sell like boxers or something? I'll just rip my pants off.
I don't know, but we can check it out. But yeah, he had the collaboration. He actually went out to Chicago and verified. To me, I'm like, this is a great opportunity for him to be like the internet, like money
Exposer.
Yeah.
or money verification, because that's what he did.
There is a hole there for sure.
Yeah.
he's filling that hole.
exactly. So
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So
Sound like J Rock.
Who's J Rock?
No, I'm saying
This motherfucker didn't know who Mark Hoppus was. Okay.
I don't know the name. Trailer Park Boys.
Oh fuck! I know.
Yeah,
J-Rock.
dude.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
But let me tell you about the dump truck story. Apparently,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Did you take a shit in a dump truck?
Yes.
I did not expect a yes out of that.
I wasn't either.
But it was a toy dump truck.
What?
Yeah.
That's almost worse.
I know.
And it was when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought this was like recent.
No.
You're like, there's no mud. Let me make some.
Oh my god.
I mean, I lived in El Paso. There was no mud. It's just fucking desert.
Bunch of dirt. Yeah.
So my grandma told me that when I was younger, that I was shit in a dump truck. And then I would put it over the neighbors.
Oh my god.
It wasn't a fence, but it was like a brick wall.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. And I meant to tell that, like, I don't know, like 5 episodes ago.
Damn. So how old were you?
Well, I left El Paso when I was like 5. So
So you were a kid.
yeah, I was a kid.
I was afraid there. So I wasn't gonna be like
You thought I
16.
went back there and I went to go visit, and I was like reminiscent about the dump truck.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's my daughter.
Oh my god, that noise.
Yeah, I thought I heard something come up the stairs.
Oh my god. I thought we were like being haunted.
Dude. We're back on the aliens.
Zip it closed. We're not gonna talk about aliens ever again
Why?
because we did enough.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Real
Next
quick,
episode, more alien.
Do you
talk.
know what crisis actors are?
No. But yeah, that was my dump truck story.
A crisis actor is a trained actor, role player, volunteer, or other person engaged to portray a disaster victim during emergency drills. Trained first responders such as police, firefighters, EMS personnel.
So what I was saying is that there was this girl that used to show up in a bunch of, tragedy pictures and whatnot. I guess it's her. But yeah, see? Boston, Parkland, Sandy Hook, Aurora. I don't necessarily believe it, but I'm just saying, what if the documentary people are all crisis actors?
That's a possibility. I mean, anything can happen.
Right.
What about the dead guy?
Which dead guy?
The guy that died after he picked up the extraterrestrial.
He's a crisis actor.
He's dead.
Where
He's living another life. He's still alive.
Okay.
is there Is there proof of his death?
I mean,
Other than the body?
Has anyone seen his body?
I don't think there's ever been a question that he died. he fucking died.
Oh yeah.
People saw him die. People talked about him dying in the documentary. People that knew him.
What's his name?
I don't fucking know his name.
Either ways, that was my dump truck story. I used to shit over fucking brick walls when I was a kid.
That's it.
And let's go ahead and close this one out.
Let's knock her out, baby.
Thank you for watching Your Friend's House. Until next time.
We love you. Mwah.